All right, well,
Then you're out.
goodbye
Okay,
then.
now it's being live streamed. You must have done something.
There we are. There we are.
Maybe I did it. I don't know. We're being live streamed. We're back. It
Yeah.
is the White Men Can't Pod. We are back and better than ever. And we are here to talk about Raging Bull. And I am your host, Ron. And I'm here with two other of my co-hosts. One, Mr. Bill Cashin.
So I found it. I found the quote, but like I said, it's hard because there's a lot of cussing in this movie.
Don't put any swears in this.
I blanked all of them, Tommy, Salvi, your brother, all of them. I blanked your brother's blank. What do you want me to say? Yeah, I blanked his blank, and everybody else in the blanking street too. What do you want? You're nothing but a fat pig, selfish fool. His blank and blank's bigger than yours too.
Oh, that is a
You
quote.
picked that one?
Blank and blank. You were worried about swearing, but then you picked the longest one with the most swears.
That's how they all are. It's all this movie.
All swears. And I'm also here with my other co-host, Mr. Wally Foley.
You didn't get me down, Ray. You didn't get me down.
Oh,
I suppose
All right.
that would have been easier.
much easier, but not as good. We're here to talk about Raging Bull. The life of a boxer, Jake LaMotta, whose violence and temper lead him to the top in the ring, destroy his life outside of the ring. How did you first see Raging Bull? Right now.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Never
Both of
seen
you?
it.
Never before.
Okay. This was a Netflix through the mail for sure.
Hmm.
Probably
Wow.
like 2014-ish, somewhere around there. I
I
would
watched
guess.
a lot of movies at that time. Maybe
Oh,
still
yeah.
do, but
Yeah. Well, for a while, for like 2 years in one of my apartments, I didn't have internet. So I
Yeah.
would just watch movies.
okay.
I didn't have internet.
Yep.
In the year 2014, I didn't have internet. That's insane. That's like saying I didn't have a pen in 1985. I didn't have a pen. So all I did was just look out the window and take walks.
No, I mean, I played, like, I had my
Is it the hoop
Xbox
game?
360 at the time. So, could play games that didn't require internet. I played
Sure.
a lot of Arkham Knight. Arkham Knight?
Great game.
No, the other
Never
one.
played it.
Arkham City.
Yeah, it was Arkham City.
Another
that I
good
played a
one.
lot.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't see this movie, and I've seen a lot of the Scorsese movies, and I watched. I remember going
Wait,
to
Martin
see
Scorsese has more than this movie?
Scorsese.
I thought this was a one-hit wonder.
No,
No.
got a few more.
You
I
might
like all of his movies, but it turns out after I looked, I haven't seen most of them. I've seen like 6.
I honestly think I've seen like 2 or 3. I've seen
like 6. That's it.
this one now.
Scorsese?
Goodfellas.
I'm
That's
not.
his.
Oh,
Was he
Goodfellas. I've seen.
Casino?
That's good.
Departed. Yes, Casino.
Departed I've seen.
Casino's great. Love
Oh,
Casino.
Shutter Island, so good.
Shutter Island, we
Oh,
definitely
that's him.
saw.
That's good.
Yeah, we definitely saw that. Departed. Did we say that? Departed.
Yep.
That was him. Saw
I
that
did
in
see The
college in the
Irishman.
theater. Did not see The Irishman.
I have seen.
But there's
that.
a lot of
Very
weird
long.
shit like Cape Fear I never saw, but like
Nope.
everybody talks about
Wait.
Cape Fear.
Yeah.
Is that Robin Williams?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Not what I'm thinking of.
There's a The Last Waltz. That's one of my favorites. That's Martin. That's Martin.
I recently listened to The Last Waltz. I don't know, and I've seen it in pieces very late at night after many beers in college.
Oh, you need to take many beers and watch it again because it's just the best. It's the ultimate many beer night or many whiskey night movie.
Yep.
It's the greatest. But yeah, I've only seen. I was going through the list. I'm like, oh, I haven't seen like Mean Streets. I've never seen Taxi Driver.
I've seen. Yeah, I've seen that one too.
I know it's a classic, but I'm like,
Nope.
It never goes to the top of my list for.
Is he? Oh no,
Oh, Ryan, you did it again.
we lost him.
Yeah, he froze.
He
Are you
I
ready
also
for the
have-
box office game or the population
there he
game?
is.
What are we doing?
Nope, and he's gone again.
I don't know if you hear us, Ryan, but you were freaking out.
Yep, you are.
Oh, real good.
Ooh. You're there for a second.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, I think we got you.
Okay. Me and you are back. Wally's gone.
I'm here.
Oh, he is here.
He's just not
He's
moving.
just sitting that still.
Sitting very
like-
silently.
He's just
staring.
sitting still like a cockroach.
Well,
or something.
I was trying to catch or count how many Scorsese movies I've seen.
Oh,
and
how
it
many
is
have
a-
you seen?
It's a lot less than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
Now
right.
I
That's
gotta
what I.
check.
That's how I
Ugh.
felt. Ah, God, I gotta
All right.
check. God damn it, Marty.
So-
you have to call him Marty if you're his friend. That's
Marty,
what you do.
Marty.
I've
Marty.
never met the man. Oh,
All right,
Wolf of Wall Street I've seen.
Yeah. What do
Marty.
we think this they what was the budget for this? What do you think the budget for this
Budget
was?
game. Give me.
They could only
Nine-
afford 10 seconds of color, so
It was 1980. Remember.
I'm gonna say
Me.
$200.
$201. Fuck you.
Well, Ryan, you win. According to IMDb, the estimated budget for this was 18 million.
Okay.
That
Wow.
I should have made a
doesn't
real
seem
guess.
right.
Should've
Right?
No,
made-
it does not.
It doesn't seem right, but
Well, these
Um,
actors were expensive at the time, right?
I
Those
guess,
the
yeah.
sweet prosthetics that they had to put on De Niro's face.
Was this
is-
before or after Taxi Driver? This was after Taxi Driver, wasn't it?
I think it's after.
Yeah.
That was in the
Taxi Driver
70s.
was in the 70s, yeah. So that makes sense. Like,
I think it was in the 70s,
Uh,
yeah. $18 million in 1980 gets you a fake nose and a ring
And all
and,
black and
Lawsuits, I
white.
assume.
and that's
all
it.
black and white.
And
yeah.
Joe Pesci.
Oh, you know what? He directed The Aviator. I've started that on Netflix and I just can't get through it. Just isn't gripping me.
It's not a good one. It's just about
I
a dude
don't think
peeing
I've
in
seen that
jars.
one.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the
I
most.
haven't even got to that.
You didn't even
haven't
get to
gotten
the
to that.
peeing in jars part?
No, I can't. I've gotten to he made a movie that cost too much money and everybody said was pretty good, but nobody saw it.
Oh my God.
Who's the actor in The Aviator?
It's
Leo.
again Leo.
It is Leo?
It's
Okay, I
always
thought it
Leo.
You
was.
know, and then somebody playing
Yeah.
Audrey Hepburn in a very
Yeah.
obnoxious way.
Oh yeah, that's
Um,
true.
What do we think the
Kings of New
box
York.
office for this was? We'll do worldwide. Worldwide box office.
Who has to go first?
It was 18 million on budget.
Yeah.
I think this won an Oscar too, so it's probably pretty popular.
Worldwide, I'll say 56 million.
Okay.
40 million.
We both
Oh
owe
my.
Wow.
Oh
Yep.
my. 18 million.
What,
just
20,
broke even.
25 million.
Kinda
where'd
dirty.
it Go. It was
A little
Ryan
dirty.
wins. Oh no. Ryan, you said 25? So
Yeah.
Bill wins. Bill
Oh,
wins.
what the fuck?
It was $23,402,427
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So this movie was a failure.
for worldwide. For US and Canada, it was 383,987. They've made less than 20,000 worldwide outside of US and Canada.
Ouch.
I mean-
Ouch.
It is a very American story. There's
That's true.
other than like the Brazilian guy that he fights.
Have you seen Boardwalk Empire's first episode? Marty directed that as well.
I've not
That's
seen
how-
that. I've also never seen Gangs of New York, even though Doug has been telling me for years I need to see it.
Oh, you need to see
was a
that.
good one. Yeah.
It's hard. I can't find it. It's not on stuff right now. At
That's
least
great.
it wasn't last time I looked.
That's a Bill movie if I've ever seen one. That's a Bill
I
movie.
think I watched it Amazon Prime. Kind of
That's a Bill
recently.
movie for sure.
Okay.
The Irish in New York City. I mean, how
I've
much
seen
had a-
parts. I know that Christian Bale is in it, right? And then
think?
Daniel Day-Lewis has like a weird Nazi
He's
glass
great.
eye or something.
Yeah,
Christian Bale's in it?
he's insane. I think.
Maybe I'm thinking of Newsies. I don't know.
Thinking of
Same movie, right?
Yep, same one.
All
Same
right,
one.
let's go straight to the eBay war. How about
Oh,
that?
dive right in, huh?
Let's get all the
Yeah, we're
games
gonna
out of the
dive right
way.
in. Yeah. So I will say, Bill, you are up 4-2,
Obviously.
so you will be
How
going
is that,
first.
how is that possible?
You're not good at this game.
I guess not. When I was
seems like the answer.
exclusively running the
Actually-
game, I never got practice.
You beat me. You're beating me 4-3. So
I know.
I guess
Okay.
I'm worse.
Okay.
How many of you have actually bought one of these things off eBay? Because I have bought one of them.
I've never bought anything off eBay. I don't think.
First of all, there's no proof that you bought it because we've never seen it. Oh, here we go.
What did he buy? What did he
Here we
claim
go.
he bought?
He claims that he bought an Adam Banks jersey from Mighty Ducks
Oh yes,
On
yes,
the-
that's right.
on the bad guy team, whatever they were called, the Knights,
The Hawks.
the Hawks. I'm mixing up movies now.
Yeah.
He claims that he has an Adam. Oh my god!
Oh,
Here he
I
comes.
think he's got you.
Well, let me see if I can get this background fixed just for a second.
You're gonna return from the moon?
Just to show you guys, I'm going to come back from outer space.
Okay, good. This is why I have to watch YouTube
Yes.
channel.
Oh,
Hawks.
Yep. well, you can't. Oh,
Banks.
okay, Banks. There we go.
Does it have a hooded sweatshirt into it, or are you wearing?
No,
a
I
hooded-
just was already
Okay.
wearing a hooded sweatshirt.
It was also a hooded sweatshirt for a second.
But
Adam
I've
Banks
actually worn it
jersey.
several times, and I have played hockey in it. And
Quick question: Is it any good, or or are you not happy with your purchase? You've
No,
never
it's
had an
pretty good.
eBay War purchase before.
it's pretty good actually.
Okay.
I like it.
All right, I'm definitely gonna buy these shorts and wear these every time you come over from now on.
I wish that you would.
Can you share the screen? Put it up on the screen so our viewers can see.
Hold on, let me see. Gonna see our rundown too. Oh
There you
shit!
go.
There it is,
All
Raging Bull shirt and short shorts.
Yep. All right. So the title of this is Raging Bull Vintage Martin Scorsese Boxing Film Crew T-shirt Trunks Jake LaMotta. And the description from the seller: only cast and crew who worked on the film of Raging Bull got one of these T-shirts and or pair of shorts. I got these from Robert De Niro's personal assistant. The
Oh,
shorts are small. The shirt is a boy's size medium.
Oh,
She was
boy.
not big, but these crew gifts are extremely scarce. From a classic 1980 American movie in an excellent unworn condition, perfect for display, winning bidder also gets an on-set promotional photo of Jake and the lovely Vicky LaMotta. In it, she is wearing the same crew shirt. Historic film crew gifts, boxing, Scorsese, De Niro, Pesci, Oscars, ...
okay.
Yeah,
So it's the set. It's both of them that we're bidding on.
it's the two of them combined, yes.
Okay.
I just want the short shorts. I don't want. I
Ryan,
don't want that
I
shirt.
very much want to see you wear these short shorts and this medium boys shirt.
A medium boys. Oh my god!
Yes,
It's like
it was a boy's
that's
medium
a
shirt.
that's a man's ear if I've ever seen one. A bro. What was it?
One or
What's the
the other.
Seinfeld thing?
Yeah, I think it's a bro.
A bro in a man's ear. Yes, that's what it would be. Anyway, give me those short
So-
shorts. Bill, you have to go first.
Yes, you do, Bill. What's
Okay,
your
now this
opening
is-
bid?
From De Niro's assistant, so you
Mhm.
might have touched him. And it's two pieces,
Yep.
Sexy.
but oh, Winkler. Okay, I thought we had a different producer on there that would have devalued it. I'm gonna say a very sexy $69.69 for this set.
$69.69.
$69.69.
That's correct.
All right.
They said rare. So give me 180.99.
Ryan, you win.
Wow.
Keep bidding though, because you're not close. You're
Really?
not close.
$499.99.
$899.99.
Well, $499.99 is very close because it is going for an even $500,
Yes.
or
Wow.
12 months payment of $45.13 with
That makes it
PayPal
easy.
credit.
That makes it easy.
Yes. So nice $500 gift for you right there.
Damn.
Wow.
Damn. I want those short shorts. Is that the front or the butt?
That's the front,
That
I think.
is, I would guess that's
The
the front.
front.
Yeah.
Based
'Cause
on
it
that
looks like-
tag, it looks like you're
Yeah.
showing that off.
I want people looking at my
You
front and
dangle.
having to. I want them to have to read what's going on with my junk in that
Staring
spot.
at your front butt.
Yeah, front butt. Show me that. Read the text. Really concentrate
says-
on that.
Oh man.
That's what I'm gonna wear. Every chart off.
Winkler production.
Winkler production.
I thought that was a Weinberg production for a minute, and then that's why my bid was so low.
A Max Weinberg production.
Or what was his name? Who's the guy
Oh,
that
you mean
everybody-
you mean the jail guy?
Weinstein?
Oh, you mean Harvey
Weinstein.
Weinstein?
Yeah. Yes,
A Max Weinberg production.
that would be cool.
I also like how you put farts in there. You're not watching this. Bill typed farts in there
Why do you assume it was me?
because it was you. Well, only you would do something like that.
Wait, where did you
See?
put parts?
Well, his name just popped up.
It just
Where did you-
says farts on the rundown. It says farts on the rundown.
Oh man. All right,
All
let's start talking about this movie.
Let's talk about this.
First off, I would
First
like
off,
to
we haven't
point out-
watched. It's been 3 weeks since we watched
Yeah.
it, so this is gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I rewatched it yesterday, so
Oh, good, great.
Can I just complain before we get into it?
Oh,
I don't know if this is a real old man thing or a real young man thing to say. But why we got to do it in black and white? You have color. You used it for 1/22nd thing. Why we got to do black and white?
because it looks cool
because
and it's old.
1940 through 1960 ish.
Because it's old, Bill.
Exactly.
People alive in that time did have color. They were not gray people.
No, they
No,
weren't. What are you talking about, Bill? No, no. They were all
everyone
black and white.
was in was
Shades
gray.
of gray. Shades of
Grayscale.
gray.
Everyone lived in grayscale back in 1940.
You didn't know this?
I didn't.
We only got color recently.
We only got color once we invented TV for it. You didn't. I can't believe you didn't know that.
He teased it though. There was one clip with just a little color.
Just a little bit. He was ahead of his time.
So this was 1980. De Niro was around 37, I think he was.
Great
37
age.
or 39
Prime.
when he was making this movie.
You're in your prime.
Yep. Want to guess how old the girl there, Vicky, was?
Well, they said she was 14, so
You mean
I'll
the
say not much older
the
than that.
actress or the person she was playing?
The
Yeah.
the actress.
I'm gonna guess she was 18.
She was 20 and he was 37.
Damn. Ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, she's portraying a 14-year-old that he's interested in.
Yeah.
So,
Also
Yeah.
gross.
Yes. So it's 1964 in New York City, and Jake LaMotta is rehearsing a monologue backstage. He's just talking to himself. And then we flash back.
cheers. They're still ringing my ears. After years, they remain in my thoughts. Go
Yep.
one night. I
the
took
type of thing that you can only get away with doing if you own the club you're doing it in.
I forget to
Yes,
wear shorts.
exactly.
I work hard every time I fall. Every hook, every jab.
Are you really reading this?
Yes. No, I'm doing it from memory.
I believe
A
that.
horse,
I told you.
a
He,
horse,
I
my
told you he
kingdom
really
for a
likes
horse.
Jake LaMotta.
I haven't
Yes,
had
he
a
does.
winner in 6 months.
So we
That's
flash back.
entertainment.
My fucking god.
He loves Jake LaMotta.
I
Well,
like that part.
He idolizes this terrible
No.
person.
I like that's entertainment.
Yep. So we flash back to 1941. LaMotta is fighting. He's in the boxing ring, and he's just getting absolutely pummeled in the face. In between rounds, he gets some encouragement, takes some more shots to the face in the next round, and then he knocks down his opponent 3 times in a row. And this is Sugar Ray at the time, right? This is the first fight with Sugar Ray, I think.
is that what
Is
we're
it?
jumping?
I think so. I'm pretty sure it is. The bell sounds just before the 10 count and saves, I'm going to say Sugar Ray from losing the match.
Oh, right. He was about to lose and saved by the bell.
Yeah. Yeah. It goes to decision, and LaMotta loses by decision, and the crowd riots. His brother Joey and Sal, who is a gangster, are talking about trying to manage Jake, because Joey keeps calling him Jack. So it really fucked with my head for the first like 15 minutes. Like, was it Jake or was it Jack? Fucking guy. But
Supposed to be Jake.
yeah. Jake and his wife get in an argument about the food that she's cooking. Joey comes in, and then Jake yells out the window at his neighbor while his wife is in the bedroom throwing things around. He threatens to kill her at least twice.
All because she cooked a mistake.
Because she cooked a mistake and burned it. It'd be
Which,
too well done. And then he flips the table as soon as she serves it to him.
yep,
What a bad guy.
he's very, very abusive. So Joey and Jake talk about him never being able to fight against the best. He wants to fight against who did he say? It was
You can't go for the
Was it-
heavyweight championship because he's too
Yeah.
small.
Mike
it
Tyson.
wasn't Ali, it was the other one.
Frazier?
Yeah. I think he mentions Frazier.
Yeah, Iron Mike Frazier.
That's not right.
That's not right at all.
How much do you actually know about boxing, Phil?
Sugar Ray Frazier.
Yeah. Okay. Says it all.
I know that Jake Paul just lost his first match,
Holyfield?
his first bout,
Good.
to Tyson Fury's like brother, I think.
Did you say brother or butt brother?
He said
Well,
butt brother.
I said brother. I think you're just hearing what you want to hear.
It garbled for a second. It sounded like
It
butt
did.
brother.
And it sounded like he said butt brother.
Oh, did he swear?
No.
It's certainly
But I
also,
wouldn't
that's
count
not a
that as-
swear. It's a slur. It's not a swear.
Fuck brother?
Whoa.
No, he said butt brother.
Oh, I thought you said fuck brother. I'm all
No,
screwed
no,
up.
no.
You were definitely
ahead.
now hearing what you
All
want
right.
to hear.
Anyways, so
Anyway,
Jake then tells Joey to punch him in the face a bunch of times. So he does a couple times. He starts smacking Joey in the face to have him punch harder and harder. Calls him a faggot quite a few times.
yeesh.
Yeah. And then he finally stops
swear.
because he's opened up his cuts from above his eye. The next day, they're at the gym, and Jake starts pummeling Joey because his gangster friends showed up to watch him spar. Jake doesn't want anything to do with them. They then go to the pool, and this is where it gets even worse because he's immediately like attracted to this 15-year-old girl.
Yep.
He asks how old she is, or Joey just offers the information. I can't remember.
Joey
I
has
think-
a crush. Joey has a crush on her.
Joey has
Joey
like
goes
been
out
on a
with her.
date with her or something.
Yeah.
Um,
And that's like
it's hard to
what a weird, creepy, weird thing to do. Be like, I have a crush on this woman. Oh, okay, cool. Go fuck yourself. I'm just gonna date her instead.
it's hard to gauge how old they're supposed to be in this, but you
Yes.
gotta figure Jake's at least like in his mid-20s.
Yeah. They're
And
not
also,
young.
we already know that he's married, so
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Jake then makes fun of the gangsters for being who are trying to be tough guys. He's like, "Oh, they're tough guys." Yeah. Then he goes home and he yells at his wife some more, and he goes out with Joey. So she tells him that she's leaving him.
He doesn't give a shit. She thinks he's
Yeah.
cheating. He's been cheating on her at
which
every
probably
fight.
has.
She probably has.
Um, they go to a church dance.
Sure.
There's a priest there. I don't know what's going. Yeah, and Jake stares at Vicky before she leaves and she's hanging out with the gangsters. She leaves with them. He follows them all out and watches them leave. Next day at the pool, Joey gets out of the car and he comes over and he calls Vicky over to meet his brother Jake. Jake then takes her for a ride in his car, makes her sit like right next to him instead of being, so he could put his arm around her. They go mini golfing.
Great first date.
Her ball disappears under the obstacle, and there's no explanation for this. They're just like, all right, well, I guess we go home now.
Yep.
Then what the fuck was the point?
That's the point of the mini golf first date. Lose a couple balls, make out of the old thing. Get out of there.
So then they go to his dad's place.
'Cause he
Because
can't go home because of his wife, right?
yeah, I'm
You would
assuming.
assume, yeah.
He makes her sit in his lap. He tells her he bought the whole building, so his dad had a place to live. And then he brings her to the bedroom and he starts kissing her, and presumably they have sex.
We presume.
Yes, strong innuendo that they have sex right
Strong.
there. His next fight, we see LaMotta versus Sugar Ray Robinson in 1943. This time, Jake is winning. He knocks Robinson down, but he at the end he wins by decision, not by knockout. Vicky and Jake are being lovey-dovey. And then he has her take his pants off, take her panties off, and she starts kissing down his chest, but then he stops her. It's like, no, that's it. Okay.
Kiss my boo-boos.
Yeah. And then he
Yeah,
goes
it's all very creepy. It's as weird as you can make it.
Yeah. He goes to the bathroom and then pours ice water down his pants.
I think the reasoning is that he doesn't want to. There's like some superstition about he can't do it before a fight or something like that.
Yeah.
And that'll mess him up.
Like,
So he wants
trying
to, but he can't.
save all the testosterone
Yeah.
or something like
Right.
that. She comes over and she starts like fooling around with him anyways, though. Robinson versus LaMotta for the third time, and this time it's only after 3 weeks since their last fight.
Which is crazy quick, but
Oh yeah. LaMotta knocks Sugar Ray down, but he loses by decision again. This time in the locker room, Joey smashes a stool after the fight, saying that Jake was robbed because Robinson is just. They only gave him the decision because he's going in the army next week. Jake actually shows a little character growth. Says maybe it's karma for all the like bad stuff he's done.
Yeah,
And
maybe he'll
then-
grow from here.
Yeah.
nope.
No. He tells Joey to take Vicky home. Then we get a nice montage of photos of Jake's next few fights and his marriage to Vicky. Joey gets married, other family moments. Now we flash forward. It's been a couple years. Jake and Joey are they're all sitting around the kitchen with their wives and their kids, and they get in an argument about him trying to get down to 155 to make weight for a fight. Joey tells him it's a win-win situation because if he gets down to the fight or gets down to the weight and he loses the fight, then all those people that have been ducking him will think he's weak and they'll try to fight him now. And so he'll have a bunch of people go beat the shit out of and get some money from winning.
He's fought everybody in his weight class anyway, I think
Yeah.
is
Exactly. And they all like don't want to fight him again. But if he wins, then he'll get a title shot. So it's a win-win situation. Jake doesn't really seem to understand anything.
he's
But
dumb.
he's
He's a real dumb.
I don't remember why, but he's a prick to Vicky, and Joey is also a prick to his wife. So the wives are kicked out of the kitchen, and they go into the living room. And Jake tells Joey to watch Vicky while he's away because he's a psycho and he thinks she's cheating on him.
Yeah. He's supposed to be like his brother's voice of reason, but then
Yeah.
he's like just a milder crazy. Like he'll like, yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, but like just calm down about it.
Joey suggests taking her out before he leaves because he's gonna go like to a little training camp to get ready for his next fight. He says take her out tonight to smooth things over. But don't tell his wife because he's not taking his wife out tonight. So Joey takes her out to the Copacabana with Jake takes her out to the Copacabana with Joey and his girlfriend. The MC announces his attendance, says he's in the house. Vicky goes to the bathroom, and Jake watches her the entire way. Sees that Sal the gangster says hello to her.
Whom he knows was friends with her before he knew her.
Yes.
Right.
So Sal comes over to say hello to Joey because they're friends, and he says hello to Jake. Jake doesn't like him. Before Vicky comes back to the table, though, she goes over to the gangster table and she says hello to them. When she gets back to their table, Jake interrogates her about everything. What took you so long? What'd you say? What'd they say? Why didn't you come back? It was the man's crazy.
Yep.
Joey then goes over to say hello to the gangsters, the boss, and then Jake gets called over, so he finally goes over. And then you hear Jake running his mouth about how bad he's going to beat Gennaro, because at one point during the day, Vicky said that he's a pretty good kid. He's a good looking kid.
He's good looking.
Later that night, Vicky's trying to sleep, and Jake wakes her up to badger her about Gennaro again, the guy that he's fighting.
What'd you mean when you said he was hot?
Yeah.
I don't even remember saying that. That's what she says.
Basically. The fight comes, and Jake busts him up really bad. His nose looked horrible.
Yeah. He wants to make him ugly.
Yeah. Sal's in attendance, and he goes, well, he ain't pretty anymore. So then Joey is out talking about Jake's fight at a bar or something like that, maybe the Copacabana again, and he noses Vicky out with the gangsters. So Joey goes over, he pulls her aside, and they argue. She says that she feels like she's got no life. She goes back to the table. Joey comes over and he starts a fight with Sal, and he busts him up pretty good. He beats him up in the club, then goes outside, and when Sal comes out, he like kind of ambushes him and then slams his head like 7 times in with a car door.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which is funny because I'm pretty sure this is the guy who
He beats the shit out of
Joe
Goodfellas.
Pesci beats up and murders in Goodfellas. It's the
Yeah,
same guy.
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy. Yeah,
It's
Really?
the Get Your Shine Box guy who
exactly.
they
Yes, it
who
is.
they beat up, and murder, and throw in the trunk. It's the same guy getting his ass kicked by Joe Pesci again.
Oh man. So Joey and Sal have to sit down with the boss, who tells them to shake hands and move past it.
Which the boss is funny because he is Coach from Cheers, the mob
he
boss.
really?
Which is funny because he's like so lovable and stupid in Cheers. To see him as a mob boss is so different from Cheers. It's crazy.
Then Sal leaves, and Joey and I think his name was Tommy talk. Tommy tells Joey that Jake is making things tough on himself. He's not going to win because he doesn't respect anybody. He's never going to get a title shot because without the gangsters' help. So Jake tells Joey he thinks Vicky's cheating on him. Joey says, all right, we'll beat the shit out of her and kick her out, or stay with her and go crazy. Those are the only 2 options for these 2 people.
That's it.
Yep.
And you guys love him.
Who said? I only like the that's entertainment.
No, this guy's a horrible human being.
He's
really is.
terrible.
So Joey then tells him that he'll get a shot at the title, but he's going to have to lose. Like, he gets a shot, but you're going
Take a
down.
dive. Got to take a dive, Jake.
And then you'll get another shot for real. So the boxing commissioner meets with them like down down in an alley or something like that. He's like, "Hey, it seems like the fix is in. All the bets are off." And Jake tells him, "I don't go down for anybody. Like, I'm gonna beat the crap out of this guy." So he's like, "All right, that's what I needed to hear."
Mhm.
Except, first round,
He
he's
just
fighting Billy
takes a dive.
Billy Fox. Is the champion. He hits him with one punch, and this guy goes wobbly legs.
He's like, what
So
are you doing to me?
Oh, wobble legging.
Yeah. So he's holding him up against the ropes so this guy doesn't go down, so that he doesn't get in trouble for not losing like he's supposed to do.
Right.
And then he just stops fighting. He keeps his arms down. He just lets the guy
Just lets him
pummel
punch him in the face. Yeah.
Yeah, he just stands there and takes punches. He doesn't guard anything.
Yep, he doesn't go down either.
No, he does
Super,
not.
super,
Yeah.
super obvious that he's taking a dive.
Well,
Yeah.
he won't actually he won't literally dive. He's just
Right.
standing there.
So he loses by TKO and then cries in the locker room about it. Because
Let's
why'd
cry.
I do it? Boo-hoo. And then he gets suspended by the boxing commissioner or boxing board or whatever.
Yeah.
Because they know he
He did it.
yeah. And then Jake and Joey argue about the fight. And Joey's like, "Here, hold your hand up." And he holds his hand up and then he puts his face into it and falls down on his ass. How hard is that?
Joe Pesci, I will say, might be the MVP of this movie.
I'll be
He's
okay
great.
with
He's
I'll be
great
okay
in this movie. It's weird to see him. Like, obviously, he's not a nice person, Joe
that.
Pesci,
No, but he's
But he's like-
nicer.
way nicer than he is in anything else he's ever been in. So it's weird.
Even Home Alone, yeah.
Right. He's evil in Home Alone. He's not nice at all in that. He wants to murder a kid.
He does want
Straight up murder a kid, not just rob a place.
In
He's
his
like,
"I'm gonna
defense
kill
in
him."
Home Alone, the kid's asking for it.
To be murdered?
He's just trying to rob him, and this kid is stopping him in the most painful, annoying ways.
He slipped on a Matchbox car.
he set him on fire multiple
Yeah,
times.
exactly.
That was in the second movie. The first movie
He set
wasn't
him on
set on
fire
fire.
in the first movie and in the second movie.
Yeah, he
I
set
always-
the top of his head on fire. in the
I
first
always
one.
take both of those movies and mush them together. All the
All the
accidents
injuries.
in
all the
both
hijinks.
Home Alones mushed together, except for the one greatest moment in movie history. The
When he
Harry!
falls,
I've reached the top.
He also did, after he falls, he looks up and he goes, "Oh, what a hole!"
What a hole! That little sequence is the greatest thing in cinema history.
Oh man.
Is there any sport?
All
Are
right.
there any sports in Home Alone?
So
All right, go ahead.
where we go? It's 2 years later, and Jake's got a big fight. There's tension with Vicky, like always. They're in like a hotel room somewhere. He's got all his people with him. The Tommy comes by to see how he's doing. While he says goodbye to Vicky, he kisses her on the mouth because he's Italian, and that's what Italians do
A lot
apparently.
of mouth kissing going on here.
And Jake freaks out about it because he's a controlling, abusive son of a bitch. That's exactly what I wrote down. in my notes.
True.
Yeah.
He smacks her, and then he yells at Joey for trying to stick up for her.
Pretty fucked up.
Yeah. He gets a title shot, and Jake comes out on fire. But somehow they make it all the way to the 10th round. Just before the 10th round, Champ gives up, says he can't come out, and Jake wins by TKO.
So he finally wins the title.
Yep.
Like he is dropped. He's not. It's not even the light heavyweight. I think he dropped a class for it.
Oh yeah. Because he originally he was a middleweight, and then he dropped down to the 155.
Oh,
I
okay.
think. So the next scene, Jake is trying to fix the TV, the old rabbit ears. When Vicky comes home, he asks her where she's been, where was she, and just starts arguing about Joe. And then when she goes upstairs, he starts an argument with Joey about what happened between Joey and Sal because he never told them. Like, well, whatever happened, and he just won't let it go. He's like, did they fuck her? Did she fuck them? Did you see that? Did you see her with them? Well, like, what was the thing? Why if it didn't? And he just won't let the thing go. Then he finally asks if Joey fucked Vicky. And Joey gets offended. He's like, what kind of sick fuck are you? Like, what is wrong with you?
He won't answer it though.
He doesn't answer it
He doesn't answer it.
because it's a sick question, as he says. Which there's no way he did. There's no way he did. Right? Like, even before they were together.
Do we know
I
that?
don't think so. We don't know that, but he sure makes it seem like he never did.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
'Cause
do we talk
he
about this
would've-
now or do we talk about this later? When she
ahead.
like confesses everything, says that she had
it's
sex
so
with
close.
everybody.
It's so close.
Okay, get to that part and then I'll
All right.
question it.
So Joey gets offended, calls him crazy, and then he leaves. Jake goes upstairs and he starts asking Vicky where she was, and he starts like grabbing her by the back of her head, and then he's what took you so long? Like, and then he starts beating her. So
Yeah.
then she locks herself in the bathroom. And that's where, yes, she starts.
She says she's had sex with everybody.
Yeah.
Right.
Which it seems like she's lying. She's just trying to piss him off.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that's
that
what
was
it's-
my question. Like, is she? He's a bad person, so maybe she did.
Yes.
But she says, like, her brother, she had sex with the brother and both mob guys and somebody in the whole neighborhood. Makes me think like she's just saying that
To piss him off.
to piss him off and didn't actually have sex with anybody. It
Yeah,
was just like,
it's either that or she did with like one person or something. But
and then just like, yeah, okay, I guess I had sex with everybody. Just get the fuck out of here. But
yeah.
I was always like, oh, maybe she didn't even do it. Maybe we're not to think Pesci did it.
that's what
Well,
I
maybe.
think it is.
But maybe.
I think she was just like trying to piss him off, and she didn't actually like ever do anything with anybody.
Yeah, that's kind of how I
he-
thought of it.
He broke the door down. Like, he busted through
Through the door.
Yeah.
Yeah. The middle of the door came out. So yep, she loses her shit and tells him she fucked everybody, and he takes her literally. So he beats her some more, and then he starts walking down the street, and she comes out and she's like chasing him, yelling at him. He beats her a little bit more in the street, and then he makes it over to Joey's house and comes in, and he just starts beating the crap out of Joey too,
Yeah. Right.
because he doesn't understand. Like, he's just a psychotic person. She tries to get him off of Joey, so he punches her square in the jaw and
Knocks her out.
Lace her out, yeah.
That
Super
night,
fucked up.
she comes home and starts packing a suitcase. She's got like her entire jaw
It's red.
is black and blue. Yeah. He tries to talk to her and she forgives him. Like, that's it. Yep, I forgive you. Yeah. We go to his next fight and he's getting crushed in the 15th round. So apparently they went from 10 rounds to 15 rounds at some point in the sport.
Well, there was one where is this the one where they're in Ohio and the rules are different?
Maybe.
Or is that a different fight?
I have no idea.
One of the fights they're fighting it and he thinks he's won. And Joe Pesci says, like, no, it's Ohio, dummy. You have to do this. It's different rules.
Oh, maybe it was when he won the belt. I don't know.
Maybe. I can't remember.
Yeah. So he's getting crushed, but he turns the table and knocks his opponent out to retain his belt because he's champion still, right? Vicky, after the fight, she convinces Jake to talk to Joey on the phone. She calls calls up Joey and hands the phone to him before he picks up. And then Joey picks up and he doesn't say anything. Jake doesn't say anything. So Joey hangs up. He thinks it's Sal. He's like, this ain't funny anymore. So that's a little interesting, little side plot thing. But they don't talk. We go to Jake and Sugar Ray fighting again. Jake decides to stop fighting and just let Sugar Ray punch him in the face. And he's telling Sugar to keep punching. Robinson is splitting him wide open, but he's not going down. Like there's
Never
like
went down.
shooting.
Blood
Like,
is just Tarantino
gushing.
style gushing out of his head.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good
Like-
description. Tarantino.
The way blood works in Tarantino movies, where it just spurts everywhere.
But he's not going down. So eventually it's a technical knockout for Robinson. But Jake walks over to him and he tells him he never went down. Never went down, Sugar. I never went down, Ray. Never got me down. Then we skip ahead to Miami in 1956. Jake's giving an interview about giving up boxing. And he tells the interviewer he just bought a club and he named it after himself.
That's
He's
the goal
got-
in life, right? You just want to buy a
Yeah.
club and name it after yourself, right, Bill?
Exactly. I got Dean Martin vibes.
Now, would
Just
you go
guess.
to a club named Wally Foley's?
No. Maybe-
Mm, what's available at Wally Foley's?
Nothing.
Hot tub massages?
If you
Hot tub
you say the
massages.
right words by the back door. You never know what you-
Oh, maybe you do want to. Maybe you don't want to go. I don't know.
God.
Something weird's going on at Wally Foley's place of business, right? Something
Thanks,
weird.
guys.
We don't know
Yeah.
what. We can't pinpoint it exactly.
But there's something that's
But
not
you know,
like
something's
right.
not quite right.
You guys are the worst. So he's got his mic and he's up on the stage and he's telling some jokes. People are loving it because he's famous still.
And he's probably giving out free drinks for everybody who laughs.
He recites his poetry from the beginning of the film. Then he finishes his set and he goes over and he talks to some lawmakers or state governor or whatever people, county commission's office, whatever. He tries to kiss the wife, but he just spills her drink on her. He's just a clumsy oaf, it seems. Then he goes over to it seems like one of his waitresses or bartenders is like, these girls are trying to drink, but they don't have ID. So he's like, all right, well, how old are you? They say 21. He's like, well, I'm going to need to see some proof of that. So the girl kisses him. So like, oh, well, the way she kisses, she's 21. How about you? Are you 21? Then the other girl kisses him too. It's like, all right, you creepy bastard.
Gross.
That's something that goes on at Wally Foley's place of business.
Fuck
Sure.
you guys.
That's your ID'd at the door. Not just the
So-
women, everyone, Wally.
The
Not just
next
women.
morning,
Guys, too.
Vicky's waiting for him outside the club, and she cracked the window open just a little bit, just enough to tell him that she's leaving him. She's got a divorce lawyer. She's getting papers all set. She's taking the kids, and if he ever comes around, she'll call the cops on him.
Okay. Smart.
What seems like the next day, Jake gets woken up by cops who are in his place.
They're already in his house.
Yep. They show him a picture of the girls from the club, and they're like, "You recognize this girl?" He's like, "I mean," she's like, "She's 14."
Ooh,
He's like, let me see that picture again. He wants to see the picture again.
there's no way she's 14.
And he goes, "Sorry, if look at that girl. Does she look 14 to you?" It's like, Jesus Christ, man.
That's his defense. Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets out on bail, it seems, and he goes to Vicky's or his former house, and he gets it to try to get his championship belt.
Is old.
She tells-
He hasn't boxed in a while.
Yeah. So she tells him like he can come in, but just be quiet because the kids are napping. So he comes in, takes his belt, and he starts hammering it. And she's like, "What the fuck did I just say?"
He's hammering it to get the gems out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Instead of just bringing the whole thing to the dumbass. So dumb.
He's so stupid. That's exactly what the pawn shop guy says.
Yep. Yeah.
Great. I wanted
So-
I wanted the championship belt. I didn't want the gems in it. What are you doing? This is
He
like
takes the-
Mr. Perfect breaking the world title. What are you doing?
The
The
guy
hammer.
is like, I can give you 1,500. He's like, give me 2,000. He's like, no, 1,500. That's it. That's what this is worth.
Yeah.
So he can't get. Apparently, it was what 10 grand in order
He needed
to
10 grand to
pay
get
off
out of it.
pay
Yeah.
off the right people to avoid the whole thing. Well, he doesn't get the money, so he goes to Dade County Jail, and they kind of rough him up, trying to put him in a cell because he's trying to fight. Like,
Right.
them
He won't go
like,
in.
where do you think you're gonna go? Just go in.
But he's the raging bull. Why?
Oh, he's an
Fight his
idiot.
way on anything.
So in his cell, he starts punching the wall and yelling. After doing time in prison, it's years later, and he's on some stage at a club in New York, and he's trying to tell jokes, and this time you get maybe one person laughing, and then another guy just heckling him. After his set, when he leaves with his girlfriend at the time, I guess, he sees Joey go into like a corner store. So he goes over and waits for him to come out, and he tries to talk to Joey. Joey just walks by, doesn't say anything. So he follows him all the way to his car, and he forces Joey to talk to him. And he like forces it, hugs him, and like kisses him in the face. And Joey's just like, "Dude, what the go, like, all right, fine, I'll call you and we'll get together in a few days." And the movie ends with Jake reciting another monologue in the mirror. And if you listen to the words of this one, it's literally blaming his brother for all the bad stuff that happened in his life.
I don't
Like,
think I
Jesus
did listen to it
Christ,
at
man.
all then.
Yeah, like it's him. It wasn't like he's calling Joey a bad person, but like the whatever he's monologuing, that's the premise behind the monologue, is that like, you were supposed to help me. It's all your fault that I'm terrible. Like, Jesus, man, no, you are a horrible human being on your own.
Yeah.
So it's a good movie. He's just
It was-
the worst person.
Right. I was frustrated by it, which I guess is the point.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is.
He's not supposed to be a likable guy, and he's not. At least,
Except for when he says, "That's entertainment."
sure. Okay. Though, now, thinking about it, it was made in 1980. Maybe he was supposed to be a likable guy back then.
Who knows? I don't think so, because pedos aren't likable. Never is a pedo likable. They've never been likable, and they never will be.
Yeah.
Beating your wife? That's a difference. That's a different story.
Oh, Jesus.
Back in the day, I'm saying, back when everything was black and white.
Yes, there was no color, just all gray.
Yeah, it was just all grayscale.
So yeah, I liked how that earlier today when we were talking about Raging Bull, Mike was like, "You didn't like it?" I was like, No, I like the movie. You just have to understand he's a terrible person, and I'm not sure Mike the Ghost might agrees with that.
I
Speaking
don't
of
know
black
if the
and
ghost
white,
agrees with that.
you think Ghost
Yeah.
is living in black and white now? You think he's,
I-
is that how it is?
Wants to be, at least.
Ugh. Is it time for Quote Mountain?
yes, go ahead and
That's entertainment. Does anybody have anything else?
There's nothing I can say in this movie. It's all swear words.
You can't
Um,
say I fucked them all. You asked his D? Yeah, I asked his D. You can't say that quote?
No, absolutely not.
Oh man. You fucked my wife? Can't say that one.
Nope. Can't say the what Joey likes to tell
What about-
everybody that he
What
talks
about
to.
this one? Hey, he's a nice kid. He's a pretty kid. Don't know whether to fuck him or find him.
That's another one. Yep.
That is another one. I like this one you could do. I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss, I'm the boss. When he's in the
Oh,
mirror.
Yeah.
I still think That's Entertainment is the best. That's entertainment. All right. Stats and goofs. We've got a goof. Here's a goof for you. When Jake follows Joey in the parking garage, there's hip hop graffiti on the wall. Frank Sinatra's "Come
how
Fly
was
with Me." What's
that?
that?
Go back. What was the goof?
When they're in the parking garage, hip hop style graffiti is on the side of the garage.
Okay, and it's supposed to be in like the 60s or something like that. Okay.
Yeah, there was no hippity hop back then.
No hippity hops were happening. Jake's nightclub music. Frank Sinatra's songs are playing. They're from 1957 and beyond. There's a part where his lips aren't moving. Apparently, when he says, "I need to raise $10,000," his lips are not moving.
Oh, that might be. Yeah.
There's a bunch of just weird things like that.
Okay, I forgot one other thing. At the end of the movie, after his little monologue, we get a fade to, or not a fade to black, but like a black screen, and a title card comes up on it, and it's a Bible passage that seems to have nothing to do with the movie.
What is the passage?
Did you see that part? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do remember it
Very
now.
Or when was it?
The end.
So it's
Oh,
yeah.
at the end.
Yeah. So it says, "So for the second time, the Pharisees summoned the man who had been blind and said, 'Speak the truth before God. We know this fellow is a sinner.' And whether or not he is a sinner, I do not know," the man replied. "All I know is this: once I was blind and now I can see." How does that have anything to do with Raging Bull?
Because he is a sinner.
He never saw the error of his ways. I don't know.
But
He was
that-
blind.
that-
He was blind to his.
He's still blind.
He's still blind. He never learned anything, right?
Well, here's a fun one. A fun thing I just saw in that vein.
Another
When
goof.
the real Jake LaMotta saw the movie, he said it made him break down in tears and realize for the first time what a terrible person he had been.
Thank
He asked
God.
the real life Vicky, "Was I really like that?" She said, "You were worse."
Wow.
Worse? How could he be worse? Oh my god. This is quite a backstory. In 1978, Scorsese was at an all-time low when his movie New York, New York bombed, followed by a near overdose of cocaine. De Niro visited him in the hospital and got him to clean himself up and make this movie about a boxer.
That was Pesci who almost.
No, Scorsese
Oh, Scorsese
went on a
geez.
cocaine bender before this movie started. Holy shit. Everyone was doing the cocaine.
Well, that pretty sure is true.
I
He's
kind
probably
of like
doing
this-
cocaine with the band in The Last Waltz. I guarantee it.
I would assume so. Yeah.
I guarantee it.
I like this quote after Sugar Ray won before joining the army. Joey's actual line was, "They robbed you. They're miserable because their mothers take it up the fucking ass."
He says that a lot. A lot of people do, according to him.
Everybody's taking it up the ass. All right. You got any? Well, before we go on, let me just say one thing I like about this movie a lot is the way that they filmed the fights, the super close-ups and like the sweat flying. You really feel like you're in there.
Yeah.
Way more than like.
I've never been to a boxing match.
Neither have I, but
No.
it's so close. It's like, you're obviously very close to your opponent. It has that feel to it, whereas I feel like sometimes Rocky doesn't have, like, other boxing movies don't have that as much as it did in here, where it was like, this is fucking dangerous. This guy's gonna fucking knock this guy out. Like, I'm really feeling these punches. So
Well, I think
All right.
that was the whole deal too. Is like you're supposed to root for him to win matches, and then when he's not in the ring, You're
Yeah.
supposed to root against everything he says and does.
Right. Pretty much. All right. Most valuable player of the movie is
Joey.
Joe Pesci.
I suppose it's got to be.
He's great. I don't know who else it would be. I'm not sure.
I mean,
there's really not. There's only like 5
I feel
characters in this movie.
like I feel bad for Vicky, but also like, no.
Yeah, no.
That doesn't mean MVP.
She exactly. She's got like
Al Michaels.
she doesn't really do it.
Al Michaels from basketball MVP. His nipples are still hard.
How about Sugar Ray Robinson?
Sure, why not?
Just kidding.
Sure.
Yeah,
He
it's
didn't-
gotta be
It's
Joe.
got,
Did he even say a word? Did Sugar Ray say he was on screen a ton? He said nothing.
he didn't say anything.
Yeah. Okay. Final verdict of this thing is tough because it's a good movie, but it's a difficult.
It was good. It was not great. I didn't love it, but it was.
Give me a 7.5.
Oh boy.
That's high.
That's too high.
That's very high in our rankings. 7.5.
Yeah.
Is that too high?
6.4.
Hmm.
I can't say 6.5 or why I just said 7.
No,
Don't
I
make
wouldn't
it
actually.
Don't make it easy on him.
I gotta get my calculator out.
Don't make it easy on him.
What you said 7.5,
Yeah.
and Bill, you said 6.4.
6.4.
0.4, just to fuck with him.
Okay.
But also, no, that's
I-
the right ranking. So,
Yeah, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm thinking about ow. Ooh. I'll say a 6.6. You are gonna fall right off my lap, you dumb cat. Yep.
6.6. You're making it harder on yourself.
So you dumb. All right, 6.6 divided by 3.
2.2.
Yep. 6.8 repeating.
The
Okay.
69.
69.
6.8. No, I'm sorry, 6.83 repeating.
No,
Just go with 6.8. No roundups.
Yeah. Who won the eBay Wars? Was it? It
Me.
was Ryan. Yeah,
Ryan
you got
won it.
499. Yeah.
Me.
Oh no.
Well, no, I got it before that, but
Yeah. All right. So
okay. All right. Next review. Is that Bill or me?
I think it's me.
It's Bill.
yes, it is Bill.
You need to spin a wheel?
I would like to spin a wheel.
You want to spin a wheel, make a deal?
Sure. All options on the table, I suppose.
It means Wally has to pull up a wheel.
Yes, I do, and I don't remember what the name of the thing is. So give me a minute. Go ahead
Spin
and
a
ban
wheel.
for a bit.
Spin a wheel, make a deal. So Adam Banks, our first ever eBay War purchase.
Yep.
Good purchase.
But I've even gotten compliments on it
Fox.
from other hockey players.
Really?
Maybe Doug Gleason.
Yeah. Okay. Our friend.
But he likes it.
Okay. Good. That's good, I guess. Thanks, Doug.
Yeah.
Our other hockey player, just our friend Doug.
Can you remind me what else? Baseball. I'm missing
Football, baseball, basketball, other sports.
Baseball, hockey, soccer, football, other basketball, golf.
Miscellaneous. Golf.
Right. Miscellaneous. All right. How do I fucking spin this? With the spin it. Okay. Here it comes. It's spinning.
Been so
Hmm.
slowly. That's what I remember about it.
It is baseball.
More baseball. My 4th baseball movie.
No, all right. Fuck that.
No, I'll do it. I got one.
He's
Oh
got one
my
in the
God.
chamber.
I got one of
Alright.
everything in the chamber. Available on I think Hulu, possibly Amazon Prime.
Okay.
A League of Their Own.
Okay, yeah.
Too.
Solid. Good movie. Haven't seen that in a long time, too.
Tom Hanks, Madonna, Rosie O'Donnell. I forget
Gina
the name.
Davis.
of Gina
Other-
Davis.
Yeah, Gina. Nice. Okay. A League of Their Own. I like it. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Based on real stuff.
Right. And there's an Amazon Prime series about A League of Their Own, too, isn't there?
There is. I started watching it.
You didn't like it?
Of course he didn't.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, Bill. All right. That's a great way to end it. Let's give it an old fuck you, Bill, and get out of here. All right. Goodbye, everybody.
All right.
Peace out. See you next
See ya.
time.